I saw the mist was going to be awesome this morning, last night when there was a haze over the streets, and so we got up early and now I'm just waiting because I've set up behind me my Insta360 X4, and that is doing a time lapse in 11K of a 360 degree view, meaning hopefully we'll get an awesome time lapse of the mist rising this morning. The sun is not visible through the clouds. It should have started rising about 10 minutes ago, but I'm hoping the mist itself will still look cool. Obviously, doing a time lapse takes a lot of time, so now I find myself just waiting here in nature. I've been here for about half an hour, and I'm probably going to stay for at least another half an hour. I want to make sure that most of the mist has risen so I'm not missing out on any of that cool time-lapse footage, but it's so peaceful to actually come out and not hectically run around with cameras. To set one going and then just sit back. I've walked around this one patch of woodland a lot and I feel like I know it very well now. I don't want to stray too far away from my camera, but I also know I am the only one out here at the moment. I'm in the New Forest and I'm in a really hilly part where I'm on top of a hill and then I've got some valleys around me. There is so much here that when you're hectically walking around trying to do wildlife photography and looking out for all the cool stuff, you miss simple things like literally the logs on the floor. They're fascinating because it's so much dead wood and it's so dry. And there's so much of it. And the fern, the dying fern, which is orange, which just makes awesome autumn colours. Hopefully you can see that behind me. The gorse, the puddles. This is a very damp area of the New Forest, which is why there's such good mist here. The other thing, which initially isn't a good thing, but when you think about it, it's actually great. My phone has run out of data. Now, if you don't know what that means, data allows you to access the internet wherever you are. It allows you to stay connected. This weekend, I went on quite a big trip. I was up in Suffolk, and while I was there, all of my data got used up. I have a tiny data pack because I don't like to use data that much, but it got used up, and now I'm doing a week with no data. So currently, I'm out here pretty off-grid. It means I can't get distracted by my phone. It means that while I'm out here, I am fully here. And it reminds me of all those car camping adventures that happened in the summer, where I just had to live in the moment. I had to save battery, I had to save data, I had to save everything. But because I was saving so much, I was also gaining so much because I was actually there in the moment. For all you photography nerds out there, this probably isn't the video for you. For me, this video is much more laid back. Just contemplating life, taking time to just sit. And once we've taken all this time to sit, we're going to have an awesome time lapse at the end of this video, so don't you worry. There's going to be some awesome camera work there. The other thing I wanted to mention was my Instagram account. Now, I don't want to throw this in your face as something you have to do, but over on Instagram, we now have an account called Camera Wear, and this is a clothing brand where you'll notice I'm wearing a Shutter Up shirt, and it's a photography pun. I just really want to bring out some clothes which people can wear that express their joy in photography. For too long, I got caught up in the professionalism of photography, and it meant that I just lost that joy, and it reflected in my photos, it reflected in my art that I wasn't having fun. And man, photography is fun. It's meant to be fun. We're meant to enjoy what we do. So, with this clothing brand, I'm hoping to provide that channel to actually enjoy the photography, to have a laugh, to make it lighthearted, because I do believe in having fun and in enjoying what you do, you are then able to create better photos. Go check that out. Go check the Instagram out. Just have a look at the page. You don't have to buy anything, but just have a look, because genuinely, I think there's some good designs, and I'm going to be producing more designs. I think there's 3 at the moment. I'd really appreciate your support. Also, share the page, and with Christmas coming up, think about people who might want gifts and who like photography, because these are clothes which they won't have thought about, but if they like photography, I'm sure they'll appreciate. I've still got about half an hour to just wait for this camera to keep time-lapsing. Looking behind me, the mist I'd say is about half risen. When I first arrived, I could hardly see anything, and now I can see both of the hills in the distance. They're just very faded. Also, comment down below any video suggestions you have. This channel's gone through a period where I've made a lot of car camping videos, a lot of fun adventure videos, and then we've got a couple of photography videos in there. We've got a lot of videos, but I really want to make sure I'm channeling this content to things that are helpful for you. Like, this channel ultimately is me just sharing what I love. But if in that there are questions you want to ask, there are things you want to learn, there are tips you want some advice on, then just throw them in the comments. Like, don't be scared. Sometimes the comment section can be a little empty. And I don't mean that in a negative way. There are so many of you throwing in the most supportive things, genuinely. Your comments come through and I just can't help but smile because I'm like, wow, these guys, like, stop it, guys. But also do throw things in the comments. If you have questions, if you want input, if you want to suggest video ideas, because this isn't my space, this is our space. We're all here together. And yeah, I really want to build that fun photography community where we just appreciate photography. We don't get too caught up in the professionalism and the stress that comes with making it a business and making it official, and we don't get caught up in competing with each other, but we just have fun.